Hey, YouTube. You see me? Open this one. Oh, okay, don't pay attention to those pants there. They're there for a reason. Leave me alone. Okay? Very hoarse this morning. This has just been going on since the pneumonia. I wake up and I'm like a truck driver. But I wanted to get this video in because I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it later. And this is from Miss Luminate. And this video is going to just be a little bit about my experiences in my second level clinical. So if you're not interested in that, click off. This is specifically in response to a question that Ms. Luminate asked me in terms of what I'm dealing with and what happens in this particular discipline. So I am at a subacute unit in a basically a skilled nursing facility, which most of you know as a nursing home, sort of. They're long-term patients. They're patients that are unable to take care of themselves at home for various reasons. Some of them because they have a traumatic brain injury. Some of them, one woman has one of the most devastating diseases that I've ever seen, and that's ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. It is really, look it up. It's horrible. Um, or they're just a very, very elderly, dementia, Alzheimer's, situations where there's just nothing else. Now, where I am is the subacute unit in that building, and the subacute unit is basically like a step down. So if you've gone in for surgery on a hip, you've had or a knee, or you've broken a bone, and you are either clinically frail, you're physically frail, or they actually in the hospital for certain patients they'll say, well, do you want to go home or do you feel that you need to have a little bit more time? And if they say they need to have a little bit more time, they're evaluated and then they're sent to my unit. Some people have no choice. They just, they have so much general weakness and so much, they're compromised. Their body is so compromised that they have to come to us for a period of time. There are some people that come to us for a period of time and then they end up going into the long-term unit because they can't go home. The situation is at the point where they won't be able to live on their own. So basically, what I do, in my first week, I observed what they were doing, the treatment plans and the treatments that they were doing, and the notes that they write. I believe, Medicare governs everybody. So Medicare has a system that you have to have units and notes, and there's a billing, and everything is based on billing. So they have goals. Their goals are set, and generally the goals have to do with ADL, which means that they'll be able to wash, they'd be able to move themselves, transfer themselves to various, from chair to bed, from bed to chair, to walk to the bathroom, to dress and to bathe their upper and lower body, to dress their upper and lower body, to groom themselves, comb their hair, to brush their teeth, and to eat. So those are the goals. Those are ADL goals, and everybody always has an ADL goal. And then they have a meal prep goal, and then they'll have something else like maybe standing tolerance. Some people can't stand, so they'll have like a standing tolerance goal. So this patient will be able to stand for 10 minutes to do an activity. This is the level at which people are, where some people is to stand for 5 minutes. This is their long-term goal. This is after 4 weeks, because we generally see people 4 weeks at a time, and if they're progressing but they're not where they need to be by 4 weeks, they get a research, and then we might keep them for another additional 2 weeks or additional, depending on it. I have a patient that's been there for 2 months, but it has to be justified. It has to be justified that they're making progress, and it has to be justified that they will be able to meet that goal. That it's not just that they are making progress and they'll never meet the goal. Then they cut them off. So, Miss Luminate, my day consists. It used to consist of me watching, coming in and watching, and now I have a full caseload. So in my situation, a full caseload is 4 patients. In other facilities that have a larger, mine is a 19-bed unit. In some places that might have, 50 to 100 beds, the caseload has to be 8. And this is for, I'm telling you, this is for OTA. Now for OT, because you're going you're an R. You're going for the R. I don't know what your criteria is, but I know we all basically start out at the same point. So my goal is that I have to treat these four sessions a day, and I have to treat them all by myself. Line of sight with my supervisor. My supervisor is at line of sight. So, and transfers, because I'm still not as comfortable as I would like to be with transfers, because we didn't spend a lot of time on transfers, and it's hard to practice transfer on healthy people. So I still need work on transfers and ADL. And I, as a coder, as a potential coder, am also expected to come up with some craft ideas and some fun things. And so far, I think I might have mentioned it yesterday, and I don't remember. But I brought in, I have a magnetic puzzle of the United States that the residents just love. It's a big puzzle. I got it at Hobby Lobby, and the states are on there, and they just fit magnetically on this board, and they just love it. I'm actually leaving it there for them. And I also had Rock'em Sock'em Robots, and so I brought that in. Um, that's helpful. It's just a fun game. They don't realize they're standing, and it's fine motor, thumb, bilateral coordination, and problem solving. To be able to figure out how to knock this guy's head off. So those are the kind of things that I'm being graded on. Is to come up with that kind of thing, to understand my patient's goals, and to come up with activities that are relevant to the goals. That has been one of my biggest challenges, because I forget to look at the goals, and sometimes I have them doing stuff that doesn't have anything to do with what they're supposed to be doing. It's short term or they're. So then I also sometimes take them into their room and have them walk around their room and retrieve items if they're and to assess their safety, especially if they're a total hypocrite person. I was going to use the acronym, but other people are watching this. THP. Some of them are not even toe touch, so they're non-weight bearing, and so they're in a wheelchair. So we have to get them to get to where they have to go. And if they're TT, then I have to get them to go around the room, using the walker, but also maintaining the TT. I have a spinal. I have a woman that had a laminectomy on lumbar 3 and 4, or with a fusion and bone graft, and so she's on complete spinal precaution. So I have to be careful on what she does. So basically, what I'm saying is, don't be nervous about it, because I was really nervous. Most important part for me is the rapport between me and the staff, because you have to work as a team. And I was having a little bit of problem with one of the staff, but I have given that to God. And she was on vacation, and in the 3 days that she's on vacation and I have to work tomorrow, she's not going to be there tomorrow. I have got my confidence up to the level that when she comes in, I'm not going to let her make me sweat. She's gonna say what she's got to say. I'm at midterm. My midterm evaluation is next week. I'll know where I am. So, and the rest is just downhill after that. I'm gonna try to hold a craft group every week. Next week we're doing Valentine's Day. We're gonna do those purses that Free to Be Me 8 told us about, and for the men, we're gonna do what they used to call, and these guys are all these call them ditty bags. They're like shaving kits. So I'm gonna find some very masculine looking placemats and use the toilet paper roll idea that she had, paint them, and have them be able to put their eyeglasses and pens and medicine and different things like that, so they can have it at arms length, or their papers for whatever they need to be. I also attend care plan meetings. You're going to have to attend care plan meetings and make recommendations. I went in representing OT by myself with my rehab director, who attends all the meetings. So she allowed me to report on my patient. So it's really been an interesting experience. Unfortunately, I'm gonna do per diem work in phys. I don't know if I'm gonna want to do it as a full-time job, but we'll see. You never know. You know how it is in this business. You could do anything. So if you have any other questions, leave me or send me a PM. I'll still be talking about what goes on in my day as things go on. I have had a patient that is so involved. I feel like I told this story already, but she's so involved that she didn't think. When I say involved, for those of you that don't understand, it means if someone's so involved, it means that they're, I guess, sick. I don't know if that's a good word. But anyway, so involved that she has arthritis and she's generally so weak. She weighs about 80 pounds. That she didn't think I wanted to do a collage, and she said she used to garden. So I said, well, let's do a collage and some pictures and some birds and stuff. And she says, I don't know what to cut. I said, well, you don't have to cut. We're going to tear because tearing works on your wrist strength, bilateral integration. She says, I don't think I can tear paper. I said, you don't tear paper. You don't tear paper. Jokingly, because I joke with my patients. I try to get a good rapport with them. I don't look at them as their ailment. I look at them as people. I find out a lot about their lives and what they used to do and where they used to work, and I've met such interesting people. And so we took us 2 days, but she was able to tear out her paper and make her collage. And she took it and hung it up in her room, and she was just so pleased with herself that she was able to tear the paper. And not only have I gotten her to tear paper, she wasn't even propelling herself with her wheelchair. And now I've got her propelling her wheelchair up to 150, up to 110 feet. So it's a very rewarding feeling, and I have her doing it. Not that I'm taking credit that I'm God, meaning when I say I have her doing it, meaning she's my patient. No one else helped me to show her how to do this. That's what I mean. Anyway, leave me a PM with your email, and or right now, I'm actually going to send you a PM, and I'll send you my cell phone number as well. And because I'd be interested to hear what our experience is in fieldwork, because I guess I'm going to have to, as a coder, go into an R. At some point, I guess I'll have to do level 1 and level 2 again. And I think that's interesting, because I'd like to see it from your perspective, because you guys are doing it at a higher level than we are. But and always love your coda. When you get your R, your coda, we do some hard work out there. I mean, in my facility, the coda and the R treats. Some facilities, the R doesn't treat. The R just oversees. So it depends on where you go. But anyway, I'm going to end this. Thank you for the question, Miss Lemonade, and I wish you so much. I wish you well. I wish you peace, and I wish you understanding, and if it all lights up for you. I want to hear about where you are now. So I'm going to send you a PM now. And everyone else, enjoy your day. I hope it wasn't too boring. And if it was, I'm sorry. This was a question directly asked to me, and I love to talk about this field. Love you all. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.